Hi, hello, namaste. Good morning, everyone. In our previous topics, we have discussed Ampere circuit law, Biot-Savart's law, and magnetic flux density. Now, in this topic, we are going to discuss on magnetic forces, materials, and devices. This is Dr. Kasigari Prasad, Associate Professor, Graphologist, Writer, and Motivational Speaker from Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Annamacharya Institute of Technology and Sciences, Rajanpet. So, at very first, I request all the respected faculty members, students, and all learners kindly take a notebook and pen to write the important points and equations for better understanding of the subject. We learned so many basic laws and techniques that are generally used in calculating magnetic field capital B due to the current carrying element up to now in our previous topics. So, with the help of Biot-Savart's law and Ampere circuit law, we have defined and discussed a lot on the production of magnetic field. Let us now study about the force a magnetic field exerts on a charged particle, current element, and loops in these topics. Such a study is very important in understanding the problems on electrical devices such as ammeters, voltmeters, galvanometers, cyclotrons, plasmas, motors, and magneto-hydrodynamic generators. See, these are all different types of applications of our magnetic fields, where we are here to understand the force that is being exerted by the magnetic field. Now, the last concept on these forces is forces between current elements. Now, let us examine the forces between two elements I1 dl1 and I2 di2. According to Biot-Savart's law, both of these current elements will produce magnetic fields. So, we can find the force d of df1 on element I1 di1 due to the field db2 produced by I2 db2, I2 di2 as shown in the figure. So, we have two elements here. First element having current I1, in the second element it is having current I2, and let us take a differential element here I1 di1, and another in the second conductor let us take I2 di2. Now, the distance between these two has been represented as with a unit vector, that is r21, and the differential force here is d of df1. This is what there in the figure. Simply, we are going to find out the forces exerted by one current carrying conductor on the other. Similarly, the other to the next one. Likewise, we are going to calculate. Let us see. We know the equation df is equal to idl cross b. With this equation, we can write d of df1 is equal to I1 di1 cross db2 from the concept. But from the Biot-Savart's law, we can express db2 is equal to, as per the Biot-Savart's law definition, we simply write db2 is mu naught I2 di2 divided by 4 pi r21 square into a r21, 15th equation. So, now substitute this one there. So, d of df1 is equal to mu naught I1 di1 cross I2 di2 cross ar21 divided by 4 pi r21 square. This equation is basically the law of force between two current elements and is similar to the Coulomb's law, which expresses the force between two stationary charges. Hence, we can find the total force F1 on current loop 1 due to current loop 2 as shown in the figure. So, F1 is equal to mu naught I1 I2 divided by 4 pi closed integral L1 closed integral L2 di1 cross di2 cross ar21 divided by r21 whole square, 17th equation. Now, the force F2 on loop 2 due to magnetic field B1 from loop 1 is obtained from equation 17 by just interchanging the subscripts as 1 and 2. It can be shown that F2 is equal to minus F1. Thus, F1 and F2 obeys Newton's third law, that action and reaction are equal and opposite. So from equation 12 was experimentally established by Oersted and Ampere, Biot and Savart actually based their laws on it. Thank you and all the very best. This is Dr. Kasigari Prasad, Associate Professor, Graphologist, Writer and Motivational Speaker. For such enlightening lectures on electromagnetic waves and transmission lines and motivational talks, inspiring talks and handwriting, good handwriting skills, personality development talks and student counseling, for everything, you can subscribe and learn many things from Kasigari Prasad YouTube channel. And you can also contact me through my email ID kasigariprasad@gmail.com. Thank you very much.